Showdown at the Shalor Gym. The intense gym battle between Ash and Korrina. Viewed as such an amazing gym battle, I'm willing to bet you still missed a lot of Easter eggs in this battle, such as classic Naruto references, a callback to the Sinnoh League, and even a weird case of censorship. Hey Pokemon Champions, I'm Champion Blaze, and this is a breakdown of Ash's third Kalos gym battle in the episode Showdown at the Shalor Gym. Join me as we uncover all the hidden details and Easter eggs you might have missed. With that said, leave your thoughts on this battle in the comments, and let's get started. We open on the Shalor City Gym as Korrina skates around the gym battlefield just before their battle, as despite the Tower of Mastery having a detailed architectural design similar to a temple or other important structure like a church, the inside is also partially designed as a skate park. This falls in line with Korrina's passionate, energetic, and athletic personality. This also portrays an opposite interaction between the gym leader and player character from the XY games. In the games, it's the player who does all of the skating around the gym in order to battle the gym trainers and reach Korrina. However, in the anime, it's Ash, the challenger, who's waiting for Korrina to skate around the battlefield. But Korrina does also jump down in the games and do this whole twirl, so there is a bit of similarity there. We then get the XY opening, which is just a remix of the classic OG Pokemon opening from the first season of the anime. When we get the title card, it actually focuses on Korrina this time rather than Ash or his traveling companions. The title of this episode can also be seen as a subtle reference to Ash's early gym battles back in Kanto, as his battle against Brock was titled Showdown in Purity City, and his battle against Lieutenant Surge was titled Electric Shock Showdown. Korrina's voice actress is Lisa Ortiz, who is actually the current voice director for the Pokemon dubbed anime. Besides Korrina, she's also voiced Mars, Flannery, Oakley, and even voices Onya in Pokemon Horizons. Outside of Pokemon, she's also done the voices for Serenity Wheeler in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Amy Rose in Sonic X, and Burden from My Hero Academia. The battle is about to get underway as Ash sends out Hawlucha and Korrina sends out Mienfoo. They're both ready to go, and if you're wondering where they get all this energy from, then it might be from today's sponsor, Poggers. Poggers is a company here to provide you with the necessary hydration, energy, and sleep your body needs every day. You probably drink fresh water or berry juice to stay hydrated, but might drink products like Prime or Red Bull to get a boost in energy. The problem with that is it can cause a burnout after consuming that caffeine, and it's flat out not good for you, which in turn can ruin your sleep. Poggers is here to fix that. Their hydration products provide essential vitamins and nutrients that you're going to need to stay hydrated for your best performance, and as someone who lives in Florida with this awful heat wave right now, this will come in handy. Made from a coconut water powder, it provides abundant electrolytes along with vitamin D and niacin to prevent dehydration and muscle cramps. The magnesium and vitamin B5 supports muscle relaxation and recovery after a long day of training for the next gym battle. And then with the vitamin B complex, it enhances your focus and gives mental clarity to promote cognitive function and prevent brain fog. If you're looking for that boost in energy, Poggers Energy is like maxing out your EVs and IVs for competitive battling. The mix of vitamin C and vitamin B5 support adrenal health to prevent crashing out, vitamin D and niacin enhance your mood and focus to get you through the day, and they provide you with 200 milligrams of natural caffeine straight from green coffee. As opposed to artificial and synthetic caffeine from other products, this is natural for a more sustained source of energy. You'll go from feeling like this to feeling like this in no time. And when you're finally ready to call it a day, their sleep mix gives you glycine and magnesium to relax your muscles and lower your body temperature to help you fall asleep faster. Perfect for people who have trouble falling asleep. L-theanine, jujube, and magnesium also help calm your mind before bed, and added melatonin helps regulate your circadian rhythm for a deeper sleep. All this allows your body to get the proper rest it needs to tackle the next day more efficiently. They even have these great shakers as well, and even this nice black one that I'm eager to get once it's back in stock. So whether you're looking to stay hydrated in the heat, boost your energy, or simply improve your sleep, Poggers is a great solution, and with so many flavors including lemonade, watermelon, fruit punch, and rocket pop, there's bound to be a flavor you'll love. As a Pokemon champion juggling lots of tasks from my full-time job, content creation, and voiceover, these products are just what I need to stay focused and get through all my tasks. You can use my link at the top of the description or use my code ChampionBlaze at checkout to receive 10% off your order. So get yourself a boost with Poggers and crush it at the next gym battle. And a big thank you to Poggers for sponsoring this video. The battle officially begins, and Ash begins clapping to get Hawlucha into its rhythm. Here he's trying to use Tierno's rhythmic battle style that he witnessed during the summer camp arc earlier in the series. Squirtle would use lots of dance movements to evade attacks and get around the battlefield. It would basically breakdance to battle, almost like a dance battle. You know, the coolest way to win any battle. There's a whole movie series about winning with dancing. It even helped to save the galaxy. And here Ash actually uses Pikachu almost like a metronome to keep Hawlucha in rhythm. Ash would actually use Pikachu in another similar fashion to keep timing in his battle against Olympia. Korrina orders high jump kick, and while Ash tries to dodge with rhythm, Hawlucha takes a direct hit. It's then followed up by another direct hit with Drain Punch, which looks like Mienfoo just straight up sapped Hawlucha of its chakra with this move. Then after being hit with Swift, Ash decides to change up his battle style and stop copying Tierno. He goes back to what he knows and starts battling like himself again. Korrina says he won't win like that and orders another high jump kick. Here we get a subtle callback to Diamond and Pearl, as when Hawlucha evades Mienfoo's attack, it looks quite similar to the spin dodge that Ash would use during his battles in Sinnoh. Ash then finishes the battle with a perfectly executed flying press. He returns Hawlucha, and Fletchinder is next in the battle. Korrina sends out her Machoke, and now I'd like to point out that Mienfoo's moveset here in this battle is completely different than what it is in the games, as in the games it uses Power-Up Punch, Fake Out, and Double Slap, but here it uses High Jump Kick, Drain Punch, Force Palm, and Swift. At least the anime knew how to give the gym leaders good movesets. Ash begins with Flame Charge and Machoke dodges it. It springs up above Fletchinder and slams it down with Brick Break. This powerful strike looks kinda similar to when Naruto delivers the final blow with his signature attack of Uzumaki Barrage. Machoke then strikes with Low Sweep, and it's reminiscent of the powerful low-angled attack that Korrina's Lucario did to Pikachu in their first battle ever with Bone Rush. Fletchinder goes for Steel Wing and Machoke intercepts it. It then throws Fletchinder backwards, but it counters with Razor Wind, chipping away at Machoke. Machoke then goes for Focus Blast and in perfect anime fashion performs the signature Kamehameha pose from Dragon Ball to a perfect T. This is also the first time we're seeing Focus Blast colored this way, as ever since its debut it's always been shown as a blue ball of energy in past series. This also now makes the move identical to how it looks in the games. And just look how much aura they gave this Machoke, it is crazy. Fletchinder goes for Flame Charge again and dodges Focus Blast. The attack lands and Machoke is unable to battle. Despite losing, it made a good return to the anime since its last appearance was in a Marathon Rivalry 217 episodes earlier. Machoke's moveset is also different from the games, as in the games it uses Power Up Punch, Rock Tomb, and Leer. But here it of course used Brick Break, Low Sweep, and Focus Blast. Still only 3 moves though. Fletchinder then lands on Ash's arm, and now here's quite an interesting fact. According to the Pokédex, Fletchinder weighs 16 kilograms or 35.3 pounds. Ash must have a lot of arm strength to just casually hold up Fletchinder like this. And now it's finally time. As her last Pokemon, Korrina finally sends out her ace, Lucario. This marks the first time we've seen her Lucario come out of its Pokeball, and she immediately kicks things off with Mega Evolution. However, here is where I need to bring up the weird case of censorship I mentioned at the start of the video. During the sequence where Korrina says unlock the power within right before Mega Evolving Lucario, there are some kanji symbols that appear as she strikes each pose. However, it appears that these symbols are no longer shown in any viewing of the dub anime, and I say no longer because when this episode first aired, I distinctly remember the kanji being present, which made this episode the first time in X and Y, and the first time in a long time since the original series where kanji can be seen, which made the episode even more special. But I watched this dub episode on more than one site, and the symbols have seemingly been edited out. Even in Pokemon Journeys, the symbols are not present in the dub. I'll admit I don't remember the symbols being there in the dub since I watched Journeys subbed for the most part, but I distinctly remember seeing it in XY when it aired. Why the kanji is now censored, I don't know, since it was originally there. Just another weird case of censorship for the anime to add to the list. Lucario being her third Pokemon is also where her in-game team now differs, as her ace in-game would have been Hawlucha, not Lucario. The battle begins and Ash starts with Flame Charge again, but Lucario weakens the attack with Metal Sound. Lucario then goes for Aura Sphere and strikes the Kamehameha pose, but here it looks like a spitting image of Naruto charging up his classic Rasengan. Fletchinder blocks the attack with Steel Wind, but then Lucario appears behind it and fiercely strikes it down with Power Up Punch. This attack is very similar to Machoke striking it down with Brick Break like earlier in the battle. With Fletchinder down, Ash sends Hawlucha back out. Korrina and Lucario then strike an intimidating and imposing stance, which looks very similar to the pose Ash and his Greninja would take in their battle with Wolfric, as well as their battle with Alon. And it even looks similar to when Ash and Lucario would get in sync in their battles in Pokemon Journeys. Ash kicks things off with Flying Press, and then, despite being a flying type, is knocked back with Lucario's Bone Rush. Lucario fires off Aura Sphere and Hawlucha is unable to battle. With one Pokemon left, Ash sends out Pikachu. And there's just something special about when Pikachu is called out as Ash's last option. It automatically feels more intense, and I got this same feeling when Ash battled Rourke for the first time in Orberg City, and when Ash battled against Tobias in the Sinnoh League. Ash begins with Quick Attack, and at the same time also has Pikachu charge up Electro Ball. It fires the attack and Lucario swats it away with Bone Rush. Pikachu goes for Iron Tail, but Lucario blocks with Bone Rush and kicks Pikachu back. Pikachu is then directly hit with Aura Sphere. Refusing to give up and be defeated, Pikachu releases a huge surge of electricity. Pikachu actually did this same thing in Ash's first battle against Rourke in Orberg City when Paul was watching, and would later do the same thing against Leon in the Masters 8. Lucario then uses Metal Sound again, but Pikachu overpowers the move using Thunderbolt. Pikachu actually used the same exact tactic in Ash's battle against Paul in the Sinnoh League against his Aggron. Lucario fires off Aura Sphere, and Pikachu uses its tail to spring upwards and knock down the Aura Sphere, which Clement notes is a direct callback to the Draco Meteor Climb tactic he used against Grant in the Salage City Gym. Pikachu and Lucario clash with Iron Tail and Bone Rush and slam it in the ground. They then clash with Iron Tail and Power Up Punch. Then we get a very powerful clash between Electro Ball and Aura Sphere. This powerful clash of moves looks just like the classic clash we would see in Naruto when Naruto and Sasuke would go at each other with Rasengan and Chidori respectively. To finish the battle, Pikachu lets loose one final Thunderbolt which lands a direct hit on Lucario, creating a huge explosion. This is enough to defeat Lucario, marking the first time Pikachu and Ash have defeated Korrina's Lucario. This gym battle is also the second time a fighting-type gym has been third in a region. The first instance being in Sinnoh, where Maylene's fighting gym in Veilstone City is the third. Another detail is that this battle also ends in an intense fight against Lucario, just like in his battle against Maylene. Ash is then awarded the Rumble Badge, and something I didn't notice until making this video, even years after these games came out, is that the Rumble Badge is actually just stylized boxing gloves. Rumble is actually an old-school term to refer to a fight between gangs. And with his third gym badge secured, it's off to Kumarin City to earn his fourth Kalos gym badge. And those were all the hidden details, Easter eggs, and references that I could find in this battle. Did you notice any that I might have missed? Share them in the comments below. And again, a big thank you to Poggers for sponsoring this video. You can use my code ChampionBlaze or my link at the top of the description to receive 10% off your order. Special thanks to our channel members for their extra support, and until next time, train hard, and I'll catch you guys later.